and basically today I'll actually be sharing about the camera, mainly the S23 Ultra. It's one of the latest camera phones that I've actually gotten. Main reason for sharing this is because today's photography wise I personally feel has evolved a lot from back in the days where you actually have a DSLR camera, those that you can really shoot and zoom all the way in, and then you will have lens hood and the accessories that actually block the light to actually improve the image of the final image that you actually shoot. So back in the days, this was actually one of the best image that's actually being captured. So basically the image sensor is a lot bigger compared to what we have on the phone today. And up next, I also did play around with the drone. So actually I have a DJI Mini 2 over here. I got it certified with CAS, the Civil Aviation of Singapore, so Authority of Singapore. So basically in Singapore, if it's above 249 grams, you actually need a certification to fly. This is actually under, but I just get the certification anyways just to play safe. In case, let's say you have any specific mounts, like those brackets to actually collide into anything, you might want to add in a mount, and they will actually exceed the 249 gram, and that's one reason why I've gotten it certified. Next thing that I actually got is Insta360. I actually thought this will actually help me capture a lot better image quality wise, everything. So the Insta360 X3 is quite a new device. I have and will be coming out a tutorial on this in some of my future videos, but basically today, back to the story. Insta360 is great, but the downside of the Insta360 is that a lot of after the shoot you need to do a lot of configurations, a lot of shots that you need to re-edit and change the format from a 360 file over to maybe a 2D image, and sometimes you upload full 360, nobody actually care to view unless they are really interested in this. A tip for Insta360, just in case you are using Insta360, is that what you want is to actually increase the shutter speed and ISO to be higher. So if you're shooting indoors, this will actually improve the quality of the image itself. Okay, and so to the main point. So basically today I actually just want to touch on why I've actually got the S23 Ultra, one of the better image quality, and why they upgrade from a previous generation phone, which is Xiaomi Redmi 10 Pro. It has a 108 megapixel. I find this camera fantastic. If you like, you can actually see it in more detail. We have a 108, I think 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and basically the depth sensor in the macro camera, which I believe is a 5 megapixel for macro, and the next one would be a 2 megapixel depth sensor to actually help them understand the distance between the object as well as the image. So these are the 4 different cameras on the Redmi. Camera quality image wise is very good, but I can say it lacks the details when you go and zoom into the image itself. I hope I'll be able to post some image comparison towards the end of the video. But with this said, the issue comes in when they actually go into image stabilization. Anything above 1080p, we will need to turn on the image stabilization for it to actually have not too much jittery image. I believe I have one of my video where I uploaded is a bit more jittery. I tried to use a smoother. I'll link the description of the image below, so hopefully you guys can actually see it and know the comparison. That will be the after edit one. So what happened is that when I upload a file to a particular website, it actually helps to smoothen the image processing. So if let's say that without stabilization turned on, if you shoot at 4K, it is close to unusable. You can actually take a look at one of my videos that I shot 4K after smoothening without stabilization turned on. So a lot of mid-range phone, they actually have stabilization. If you turn on stabilization, it limits it to 1080p. If you want anything more than 1080p like 4K, you require to have the stabilization to be off. So I believe it's a digitalized stabilization, that they do not have something called OIS, optical image stabilization, which is available in the lens itself for the DSLR, and what it has is a small vibration where they actually allows to align the lens to actually reduce the vibration of the image itself. So all in all, why I've quickly gotten this new phone, mainly because of this optical image stabilization. So image quality wise on this is fantastic. 200 megapixel wide camera, ultra wide camera at 12 megapixels, telephoto lens at 10 megapixel 10 times zoom, and a telephoto camera at a 3 times zoom, together with a laser autofocus, okay, and LED flashlight which is in the center over here. So basically what these do is it allows you to have a better zoom, better visibility. You can zoom in all the way to have better view of the camera. Ultra wide wise is a lot better than the ultra wide on a normal camera, but it's good enough, okay. So basically that's about the same as the mid range, because they have image stabilization and they tend to use the secondary camera for image stabilization most of the time, not for depending on the manufacturer. Next is the telephoto. This is what distinguish the camera itself, is the 10 times zoom. You can see the image is actually a lot different compared to your standard camera, and a lot of manufacturers do not include it unless it's the ultra high-end or flagship model, which is in the Xiaomi higher end model as well. So that will actually have a 10 times zoom. Benefit of this is actually give a better clarity of the image itself. So wide angle wise, 3 times is quite similar to most of my common phone itself, and I can say what really differentiates in terms of image and the speed is actually the image sensor, the laser autofocus over here. So basically all in all, what I have actually just gotten this, tested out some of the images, stabilization fantastic, and I can say it's a lot comparable to my other DSLR images that I used to take in the past. Details wise, it's very detailed. Image sensor wise, a bit smaller than the S22, but I can say they compensated it with the higher megapixel count, so hopefully it actually gives a better, clearer picture, because two things plays apart in image quality, image sensor and megapixels. But megapixel has been very overrated these days, and most of the main focus, if you are looking into camera photography, the main thing you would like to look is at image sensor. The image sensor size will actually play a part of the quality of the image. Yep, I'll create another video in the future, so that will actually share the unboxing and maybe some part of the first use of the device of this S23 from Samsung, the Ultra version. Yeah, so I got the purple, and I hope this will be the end of the video, and till next time.